Well, hello. This is Sandi at Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, and I am in my art studio today. And I thought I might do an update on the Amaryllises that I did. Remember, I bought those two. They were clearance. They were half off. One that I took out was really white. One of them I took out looks real healthy. Let's see an update of what they are doing because they have both flowered now. This is how they started. The one on the right side is the one that was so light colored. And it was the first one to start to try to open. It sent up its shoot really fast, lots of leaves, where the other one just was doing the leaves. Now, when that very first one, it started to try to push itself out, that first flower, before it had even actually opened all the way up. So that was a little unusual. And so it's a little crinkly, unlike usual, but see how you can tell how it just split and pushed it out instead of doing its natural, that it just opens so easily. But let me show you when it has two flowers on it. So that's the one that was all crinkly, but the other one is perfectly fine. And the second amaryllis is about to bloom, and you can tell it's at two different colors. But they're just such a beautiful flower. And I am saving those pollens because I'm cross-pollinating so that I can have some different varieties on my own. So each of these is going to have 4 flowers. Now, as it matures, a lot of times you'll even get more flowers. These leaves are so heavy, I have to do something to kind of straighten them up because I'm afraid that they're going to bend over and break. And it gets a lot of energy from that. This one hasn't even hardly started the leaves. Different amaryllises do it differently. So here is that second one open up, but see how it literally, that flower is totally okay, but the other two that are opened, the petals had literally stuck to each other. And see, even now, see how that's stuck? That's an unusual thing for an amaryllis to do. But we'll see how that fourth flower does too. But the third flower, perfectly beautiful. The first one definitely had the hardest time coming out. And the other amaryllis is starting to die back. This is where it makes the little seeds inside, and it looks like over here. Let's do a close-up. This is my little thing that I rigged up so that it held the leaves, and now the leaves are stronger, and I don't have to worry about it. And those leaves have started too. It's really interesting when it forms the seed ball. And because I cross-pollinated it, I'm going to save every one of those seeds and plant. What do you think about that? Isn't that surprising that the one that really looked like it wasn't going to do anything was the first to flower, and the second one had a really hard time with opening its petals. I literally had to end up pulling them apart, and some of them still stuck on certain spots. Now, that one does have 2 more to open up, and perhaps it will be okay. But I haven't given up on it at all because I'll take care of it. I'll make sure it's got everything it needs, and it'll bloom again this year for me back in Wyoming. So I will be able to tell if it's a genetic mutation that for some reason it doesn't want to open its petals. It's not releasing the petals to get, that are together, and it's not releasing it, or it'll just bloom perfectly. So we'll have to see about that. But it's interesting to experiment. The other thing, I'm going to do a short video on updating you on my hydroponics that I got, and another little video on my second banana tree is making bananas. So I'm going to have a short little one on that. I thought about putting them together, but not everybody's interested in all 3 of those things. Hydroponics is totally different than amaryllis, and totally different than growing bananas. So I thought I would do 3 little short little videos on that. Thanks, everybody.